Hey there, everyone. So this is the sample box that you're going to be receiving. If you look closely, there is some little rubber here. This side over here is just flush. You're always going to want to put it down on the rubber side. So when you get this, you're going to go ahead and put it down. And then there's 4 clasps here. And then you'll have the display. I wouldn't say this is flimsy, but it's not extremely sturdy. So there's a lot more weight that's down at the bar area. One thing we want to caution you on is not to touch the diodes. These are individually soldered on, and it's human nature. People want to go ahead and touch the diodes. Please do not let your customers touch the diodes as well as yourself, because there's going to be probably field servicing that's needed to come back to our place if one of these diodes gets knocked off one of the solder joints. Each one of these is going to have cords over here. We already have one up and running, so that's not in there, but we're also going to be having a little antenna. This is great for, like, if you want to show fluctuations on the intensity, on the brightness and the nits. You're going to want to go ahead and plug this into the side. So when you take that screen out, you're going to see that there's a little red nipple here. You're just going to go ahead and take that off, screw this in, and then you can go ahead and adjust the brightness. So back over to taking out the display. Again, I wouldn't say it's flimsy, but it's not very stable. So we want to grab from here without touching the diodes because the weight's going to be towards the bottom. So we want to grab out on the sides and carefully place it up. Then you're going to want to tilt it back, and there's little feet under here that are going to help stabilize it for your demonstrations. So from there, we'll just take it again on the sides, not touching the diodes, and be able to place it onto a stable surface. And again, we'll have that red nipple over here. So everything in the back, there's no media player that you're going to have to connect. Everything is very flush on the back. On the other side, when you power it in, this is where the plug will go, and then you'll just flip this red switch on and off, and the content will immediately start playing. Just to go ahead and remove this, or when you're done with your demos, again, what you're going to do is have the diodes facing yourself. So you can easily grab it down here again. We're going to go ahead and put in the feet. So I'll place here, and then slowly put this, the electronics portion in the insert here, and make sure everything sits flush. We don't want this to be kind of at an angle where the curated section is going to hit the diodes. And then you can close her up. Each one of these also has a set of keys. I don't know where this one is, but it will look like something like this. So when you're just transporting from demo to demo, it's fine just to lock it like this. But if you're going to be sending it in a shipment, I'd recommend going ahead and locking these, because sometimes they can just ajar. So you just insert and lock it. Okay, so for the app, you're going to go to the App Store and download LED Lite. This is what it'll look like. Once you download that, you can go ahead and open it. We'll just go ahead and allow. So its default is Chinese. So hit the second one here. We're going to change this to English, and it's the yellow icon. So English right here. Then we're into the English mode. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get out of this, and we're going to go into settings, and we're going to go ahead and connect to the display itself. One thing to note here is you do need to have the antenna in to be able to find the display. When you have the display, which is not showing up right now, let me see if I can pull it back up. It's going to be Y35 and then some numbers. You go ahead and connect to that. And the password, I've already been into this, or maybe not. Oh yeah, it's not going to have an internet connection. The password is 1234567 So 1 through 8, if it prompts you for a password, and then you can go back into, oh sorry, one other thing. If it asks you to use data or Wi-Fi, just use Wi-Fi, don't use data. So let's go back into here. So once we're into the home screen in English, go into screen operation and then into brightness. So this will be able to control the brightness of the screen by sliding it back and forth. So, you know, start at maybe 20%, jump it up to 50, and then show them what it looks like at 100%. And the only thing you're going to want to operate, you don't want to change content, you don't want to change settings on the display. Only use this app to show differences in intensity on the brightness. All right, so from a sales perspective, what we have here is a 3.9, or from our literature, it's a P4. So from a pixel density standpoint, we have, I believe it's 34,656 pixels in the display. So this is just a very small sample size, right? So we have a 3-foot by 2-foot display. A real representation of what this content will look like is more on a video wall. So like a 10-foot by 20-foot, for example, that would jump up to 1.5 million diodes. So you can just talk to your customers about how the increase in image quality is going to come through. I think this looks really good, even on the smaller sample size, but I think it's important to note with your customers that on this particular display versus a 10 by 20, there's going to be 33 more diodes capturing that same exact image. One other thing to note is we preloaded all this content more with black background content. So anytime that we're using black backgrounds, the diodes that you're seeing do not illuminate. So it's really going to enhance the transparency, as you can kind of see through this. One other thing you want to notate with your customers is from a distance, probably from what, you know, it's going to be in a conference room. They'll be sitting about 10 feet away. It's really going to look just like tinted glass, which there is no glass in this display. This is more representative of a ceiling hung model. But I think you can talk to, you know, these diodes being adhered to the back of glass. It's going to look aesthetically the same. The reason we did this was just for portability, less opportunities for breakage. But we do get a lot of quote requests for just ceiling hung mesh, which is the exact model which you all would be receiving. So I think that covers most of kind of the high level stuff. Again, this is a P4. We have anything from a 2.5 all the way out to a P10. It's really going to be dictated on the viewing distance. It'd be really great if you all can pair this with the PowerPoint and show some actual work versus just a small display. But I think this is really going to help you all drive the needle on you know, some of the projects to a close. So reach out to us if you need anything. Happy selling. Happy holidays.